Hey folks, welcome back to the channel, your home for all content Lord of the Rings home. Today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite bottleneck, gold. There's a big gold crunch happening. Everybody knows about it. Everybody's affected by it. And I just want to share a few thoughts, some things from the Discord that you may or may not have seen. And then a recent offer that came up and sort of some math I did on whether that was worth it or not. And hopefully what you can temper your expectations or adjust your expectations for what might happen in the future here. So first, we're going to start off with this Discord screenshot here from CG Heem. All right, she's a community manager, so she handles all the Discord stuff. Yes, looks like it got the chop. However, in light of all the feedback and my subsequent pestering about the gold drought that people are coming across, including myself, there are plans to make gold more accessible. It's being worked on, and I got a development update on it yesterday. No news I can share, but it is being taken seriously. So this is great news. The first part of this message she's talking about is back in the limited test launch, or the limited test, whatever it was called. They had these like packs or like chests or whatever that you could buy that would have gold in them, and those got the cut. It looks like they didn't really rebalance the amount of gold in the economy after that, or maybe I've heard people talking maybe they balanced it with raids in mind, but those aren't coming out until Q3, and lots of people need gold now. So it's actually really good news to hear that CG Heem has brought this up with the development team. They're taking it seriously, and we might see some sort of gold influx coming into the future. So I just wanted to kind of share that positive note with you before that. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about this offer that popped up, must have been last week, I think. This was pretty controversial. People were pretty heated about this in the Discord. 30 of those purple ability mats, 150 yellow, 245 blue, and 130K. And this is all for $40. $40 if you're living in America, by the way. It's all much more expensive if you're living internationally because of exchange rates and taxes and whatnot. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about whether I think this was worth it and where this offer is coming from. So I know everybody hates looking at all this stats and math stuff, so I'm going to try and keep it really quick. But basically, I've been tracking the amount of yellow and purple ability mats that you get from Guild Campaign 3. I can't do Guild Campaign 4 yet, so this is what I'm going to work with. I also think a lot of people are doing Guild Campaign 3, so I think this is probably somewhat relevant. I don't have a big sample size, 145, but I think that's probably enough to kind of get a handle on what I think the drop rates are. And so the math kind of breaks itself down as like a $20 pack gives you about 2,000 crystals. It's about, I'm doing back of the envelope math here. It's about 100 crystals per dollar, okay? If you're doing guild campaign refreshes, it's 3 100s and then 3 200s, okay? This is the amount of gold you would get per doing one of those refreshes. And so I've kind of summed it up here, telling you what you would get for just one day of doing these refreshes. You would get, this costs about 900 gold, or 900 crystals, right? It would give you about 67K in gold, 90 yellow mats, and 14 to 15 purple mats, right? This is all on average. So over 2 days, you're looking at about 100 and what is that? 34K, probably like 180 yellow mats and probably somewhere between 28 to 30 purple mats. And so if we go back here, that's, you get a few more yellow mats if you actually farm the guild campaign. I didn't include blue mats because you do get a really large abundance of them eventually after farming guild campaign for a little bit. So to me, this offer is basically just taking off 2 days of doing guild campaign farming. So you can decide whether you think that's worth it or not. It was around for 3 days. So I think it actually might already be gone, but this offer was great value is a stretch. It's basically just giving you 2 free days of extra guild farming. And so you can decide whether you want to do that for $40 or not. And one of the last things I want to talk about for the gold crunch here is kind of the gold versus battle XP trade-off. I am only level, what am I, like 43, 44, so my chart doesn't go all the way up that, to 60 or whatnot. But here I've got plotted essentially gold per level and battle XP per level, which if you haven't hit sort of the 40s, you may not be aware that battle XP is this thing that you have to use to level up characters, and it does become more and more expensive. And in fact, at level 38, you need more battle XP per level than you do gold. Does this mean that the gold bottleneck past level 38 when you're leveling up your characters is suddenly gone? Of course not. Because you need gold for gear pieces, and each gear tier requires basically double the amount of gold per gold piece. So 30k for one piece is for one gear tier. Next gear tier, it's going to be 60k per piece, right? And it keeps doubling essentially. Plus, you got abilities. You need to save gold for abilities. So, although the battle XP does start to become, the thing that you need the most of, I don't think this like assuages any gold need for your characters or anything like that. And I still am not 100% convinced that I don't think that buying stuff from the store is the best idea right now because of that gold crunch. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I'm really hopeful. We'll end this on a positive note. I am hopeful that they're going to address this soon. Maybe it'll be some kind of event. Maybe they'll just adjust the rates, the drop rates, and the amounts from all of the nodes. That would also be really wonderful. But let me know what you think down in the comments, and thanks for watching.